Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to do something that is quite unusual for me. I'm going to do an unboxing and reviewing of my newest favorite product. Do you love ice cream? Do you love it so much that you'll wear it on your clothes? Because I do. And I gotta tell you, I have a lot to say about my new best friend here, the Ninja Creami Deluxe. I am so excited to talk to you about all the fun things this does and why I'm a firm believer in the fact that you also need to own one. Are you ready to talk about it? Okay, let's go. Why? The reason why I think you should have a Ninja Creami Deluxe is because it is going to replace all of those expensive little pints of ice cream that you buy at the grocery store every week. I know you do it. I'm doing it too. I see all the people in the grocery aisle with me that are looking at all the ice cream going, oh my God, which one do I pick? Do you go for the most expensive one because they have the best flavors and most likely the best quality? Or are you buying the cheapest little pint you can? Well, let me tell you something. If you're going for the more expensive one because of quality and flavors that sound exciting to you, then this device is for you. If you're going for the cheapest possible because you just don't want to pay a lot of money for the bigger pints, well, then this device is for you. We went and looked at all of the ice cream prices, and by we, I mean me, myself, and we went and looked at all of the ice cream flavors and prices in the grocery store, and I gotta tell you that nothing can beat the money that you save, the quality that you can make, and the variety of flavors and different types of ice cream you can make with the Ninja Creami Deluxe. So there's no contest. I'm gonna show you the numbers, and you're gonna see that this is definitely a product that not only will save you money, but will express all of those creative, fun food ideas that you have in one machine. Where should you buy the Ninja Creami Deluxe? Well, let me tell you something. When I decided I wanted to buy this machine, it was sold out everywhere. I mean, on the Ninja website, on Amazon, on all the ancillary places, every store website you can think of that might carry it, gone. All sold out. Even the extra pints. Couldn't find them anywhere, all sold out. Oh, by the way, I did order extra after I got my Ninja Creami because you definitely need more than the 2 that it comes with. So I ordered myself 4 more because I know I'm going to be constantly rotating this ice cream and making every flavor and combination that I can. And look, they're so well made and beautiful. Only use the Ninja ones. The other ones won't work. Ninja has patented this little design here on the bottom that works perfectly with your containers, so you don't want to skimp and save money on the container. Spend the extra, get it. It's going to save you in the long run anyway, so splurge on yourself. Okay, so where should you buy it? When I was looking everywhere, I thought, okay, Amazon has to have it, right? They have everything all the time. Not true. So I decided I wanted mine for Mother's Day. And my husband was like, yes, let's buy it for you for Mother's Day, 2 days before Mother's Day, okay? Because we're last minute around here sometimes. So I looked everywhere, no one had it, not even Ninja. And then I decided that I wasn't going to settle for that. So I continued to look, just checking places, seeing, you never know. Sometimes people will cancel an order or something will come back in stock or whatever. Keep checking. It's one of my little tricks of the trade, okay? Don't give up. Yeah, is it annoying to constantly be looking? Sure, but you're worth it. Take the time and get what you want. Okay, the next morning, after I decided I wanted it and I couldn't find it anywhere, I went back on Ninja Direct and they had it, okay? I bought it instantly, all right? And I was so happy because Ninja had it to my house on Mother's Day. That's right. It took 2 days, so I guess 3 days before that I decided I wanted it. It took 2 days from the time I ordered it for it to get to my house, and I couldn't be more excited. So when I wanted to get more pints, I also went back to ninja.com and I got the extra pints. And again, they were sold out everywhere. I gave it a little time. I looked again. They had them. Please, you can go anywhere and continue to use my method of checking and seeing what they have. But I'm telling you right now, if you go through Ninja directly, there is this sense of security. Like, okay, they get it to me. It's great. I can count on the company. They're the ones that make it. They are a very reputable company, and I highly suggest you go with them. Their shipping is spectacular. You go and warranty your product, and it's great. Okay, so there's my recommend for you. But you can get it anywhere. Just go check online. When should you buy a Ninja Creami Deluxe? Like right now? Who should buy the Ninja Creami Deluxe? You, my friend. Let me tell you something. It is so easy that your children can use it. I'd say with a little bit of supervision, because there is a blade in here that is mighty powerful, and you want to be careful of little hands. But kids can make it. Grown-ups can make it. Anybody can make this ice cream. Ninja makes it so easy for you and for me to have the kind of ice cream our dreams are made of. So you're the who. You are the who. How? It's simple and delicious. I mean, not how you do it isn't delicious, but the outcome truly is. I'm going to take you into the kitchen and we're going to look at how this thing works. Okay, let's answer the how about the Ninja Creami Deluxe. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna push that power button and power it up. You see that? You just pull this container straight out. And this container, once you unlock it, the blade is inside here, and it shows you how to latch it and unlatch it on top. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your container right in there. You're gonna take the lid off. Let's talk about the functions of the Ninja Creami. You have ice cream, light ice cream. Okay, ice cream is all I've made so far. You have the light ice cream, which is for recipes that are like for a keto ice cream or for something that is more of a sugar-free or alternate sugar substitute. Then you have sorbet, which I'm so excited to try, where most people are just taking like a can of fruit, putting it in there and blending that up. But a lot of people do fresh fruit as well. Let me remind you that your Ninja Creami Deluxe comes with this cookbook, a recipe book, I should say, full of all different kinds of ideas and things that you can make at home, and you're gonna love it. Okay, you also have gelato as an option, which I'm very excited to try. And you have frozen yogurt. Yum! Who doesn't love a good frozen yogurt? Now, this is the side that we call scoopable. On this side, we have drinkable, okay? And in drinkable, you can make a cremacino. So you can make one of those nice coffee drinks that is all frozen and like a milkshake and delicious. And then we have frozen drink. You can make your margaritas and things like that here. Okay, slushy. We do not need to go to the 7-Eleven anymore. We can make our own slushies at home. Milkshake and Italian ice. So you have quite a few amazing options with this machine. I have yet to discover making the other ones, but believe you me, I definitely will be. So would you like to make an ice cream together because I would love to make one with you and show you how I do it. For this demonstration, we are going to do the vanilla base, all right? To that vanilla base, I'm going to add two things. I'm going to do a lemon pudding, and then I'm going to mix in these delicious lemon little ice cream wafer sandwiches, okay? I can't wait to try this one. It's gonna be so good. Let's go ahead and make the recipe and see what you think about how easy this is. You can make your recipe directly in the container if you like. It's big enough, and it shows you right on here where you put your recipe up to for scoopable, and if it's a drinkable over here. Let me also say, with this machine, you have a couple options here where you can do a mix-in, which I've talked about. I do mix-ins for everything, where at the end, once it's already frozen and spun, you can go ahead and hollow a hole out and put a mix-in in there of anything that you want. Some things work better than others. Generally, something that's crispy or crunchy is good, and you want to break it up small enough so that it works well in there. You also have the option with mix-ins to do a top, a bottom, or a full. That's right, the Ninja Creami Deluxe gives you the option to just do a full container with one mix-in, or you can do two mix-ins by separating. You have the same base flavor, and on the bottom, you can put one mix-in. Let's say you're gonna mix in chocolate chips on the bottom. We'll start with just the vanilla base. So on the bottom, you have a chocolate chip, and on the top you want to mix in fresh strawberries. No problem, Ninja's got you covered. You can make one base and have two different flavors of ice cream together. Doesn't that sound amazing? Don't you want to try it? Other option on here is respin. Sometimes when you make an ice cream, it turns out kind of crumbly for whatever reason. It must have to do with the ingredients used or the amount of them. This I'm going to figure out. And it's okay if you have to respin it once, twice, 3 times, however many, because Ninja has thought about that for you. So just go ahead and respin. Don't even think about it twice. If you respin after you put a mix-in in, it's going to really spin that mix-in in there a lot more, so you're not going to have the variety or the texture difference. It's just gonna blend right into the ice cream, and it'll be smooth and probably delicious. Make sure you do your mix-ins after the fact so that you know for sure you have the consistency that you want. Okay, I'm making the base vanilla recipe, and what I have here is my cream cheese. Yes, you have to melt it ahead of time, because if you don't, it's not going to be as thoroughly mixed in there, okay? Okay, I've got my vanilla base all mixed up. Don't worry, if you want that recipe, buy the Ninja Creami Deluxe. I don't think they'd like me just giving away their recipes. And then I'm going to add 1 packet of the Jello Lemon Instant Pudding Mix. And while I'm mixing this in, let me just tell you, taste your recipes as you're making them. If they taste good from the get-go, they'll taste good in the end, right? Here's something I'm going to tell you. When you freeze something, it loses a little bit of the flavor. When you're eating something that is frozen, the flavor is not as prominent. So you might want to just make sure you add a little extra ounce of flavor, sugar, salt, whatever, just to make sure it really has that oomph of a flavor when you're eating your ice cream. You may notice after you make something that it doesn't taste quite as potent as it did before you froze it, and that is because, what did I say? It loses flavor during the freezing process, and when something is that cold, you don't taste it as strongly, all right? Now, this is it, guys. I've made a simple mixture in here, all right? It's all pretty mixed in there. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your lid, put it on top, and place this bad boy in the freezer for 24 hours. Now there is a freezer setting that you want to be on, and that's very, very cold. They'll tell you exactly what the setting is in your manual. but just about as cold as you can get your freezer, okay? You're gonna put this in and you wanna make sure it's on a flat surface, because the way that this blade works is it goes down and it needs to be flat. If it's at an angle, you could actually hurt your machine, and we don't wanna do that. We spent a pretty penny on it and we want it to work at top quality, all right? I'm gonna put this in the freezer, and 24 hours from now, we're gonna spin it together, and then we're gonna do in our mix-in, if I don't eat them all first, of these lemon wafers, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be delicious. By the way, do you wanna name this one with me? Give me an idea for a name down below, please. I'm gonna put this in the freezer, and the next time I see you, we're gonna be eating delicious lemon ice cream. Hey guys, it is the next day, and we're gonna make this lemon ice cream. We're gonna spin it in the Ninja Creami Deluxe. I'm so excited to share with you. I've got my mix-ins here, my lemon wafer cookies, and although they're not gone, they have been sampled, so. All right, let me go get the ice cream and we'll get started on this right now. Okay, here it is. This is the lemon ice cream straight out of the freezer. There you go. You can see it is frozen solid, all right? What I'm going to do, and I recommend the same for you with your Ninja, is let it thaw on the counter for about 15 minutes before we spin it. Now, this is not something that Ninja tells you to do, but after watching other people talk about their Ninja Creamies, I have heard that if you let it thaw, it's a little bit easier on the machine and helps it spin better, okay? And I am all about taking care of this machine and making sure that it gives me all the delicious ice cream I can fathom. All right, so I will see you back in about 15 minutes. Bye! Okay, it has been approximately 10 to 15 minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and spin this delicious lemon ice cream. Have you thought of a name yet? Because I'm totally depending on you guys to name this one. Let me know. Okay, here's our container. We're gonna take that off. We're gonna put this in here. Lines right up. Make sure you hear that clicking noise, and then you're going to put it directly in and turn it up. Is that cool or what? Okay, then we're going to power it on, all right? We're going to press full. Remember, I told you there is an option to do top or bottom when you do mix-ins, and obviously if you just have half a container, you could also just do the bottom, all right? If you're re-spinning it, or you just wanna make even a smaller batch, which is a really nice option to have. Okay, here we go. I've pressed full, and I have this dial here, turn to ice cream, okay? All we're gonna do is push the middle button. Now, beware, it's a little bit noisy, but I don't think it's as noisy as the Ninja Creami, which I hear a lot of people saying are noisy. I do believe with the deluxe model here that they've made it a little more quiet. Okay, here we go, I'm gonna push this button. Okay, done. I'm so excited. Let's take a look. So you're gonna push the button, spin it, pull it out. This looks so creamy and delicious, I gotta tell you. So when you do a mix-in, what they tell you to do is make a hole in the center here and then add your mix-ins. But I like a lot of mix-ins, okay? So what I do is I make the hole and I scoop it with my spoon into a bowl, okay, and put the extra in there and then put my mix-in in. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so here's my bowl, and I have mixed out a nice portion of ice cream. And here's what that looks like. I made a pretty big hole in there for my mix-ins. I'm gonna take these cookies, and because they're already small in size, we're just gonna put them in the middle here. Get in as many as you can. Okay, I've gone ahead and mixed it in. I just went ahead and pressed the mix in button and it came out beautifully. I also chose full because we did the whole thing. Here's what it looks like. Delicious, creamy, and again, did I say delicious? Oh my God. It's so good, you guys. So, pardon me. If any of this sounds great to you, go buy yourself one. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to answer them. I'm having a lot of fun with my Ninja Creami Deluxe, and I'd love to talk about it. Would you like to know what recipes I've already made that I've created? Because I'd love to share them with you. The first recipe I ever made, yes, I named mine, is called Cherry Dice City, and I used the vanilla base recipe, and then I added to that cherry preserves, hot honey, a little bit of salt. I always put a little bit of salt in my ice cream, even though the recipes don't call for them in the Ninja Cookbook, which you will use. Use that Ninja Cookbook. It is a godsend. Believe me, it's worth every penny. And then I did a mix-in of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and it might be one of my favorite, absolute favorite recipes I've made so far. The first one I made, I loved it. Okay, the second recipe I made was called Oatmeal Cream Chai, all right? I used a chai concentrate, the vanilla base recipe, some salt, and instead of sugar, I used, like granulated sugar, I used brown sugar. Okay, I subbed it for that to give it more of that rich, spicy flavor. And I mixed in oatmeal cream pies, the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies. They are amazing. Okay, so good. The next one we made was called Salty. We used the vanilla base, some chocolatey caramel concentrate that we found at our local coffee shop, and we mixed in pretzels. Delicious. All right, after that, I made strawberry fool. Okay, have you seen the trend where people are making ice cream with cottage cheese? This was one of my absolute favorite flavors that I made because the flavor was rich and delicious, but the consistency was mwah. Now, I don't know what other people are doing, but I used my little blender tool to go ahead and blend up the cottage cheese before I froze it because I think it just made it easier on the Ninja Creami. If you can, because you know it's going to get mixed up anyway and something's really chunky or big, pre-mix it. No problems, okay? So I did the cottage cheese. I added some vanilla extract, some salt. I used powdered sugar because sometimes the powdered sugar just blends in better. I used strawberry preserves and a little bit of lemonade. Why did I use the lemonade? Because the lemonade brightens the strawberries, okay? When you have sometimes just a lot of sweet in a recipe, you need to brighten it a little so it doesn't taste dull and not multi-dimensional. So that lemonade brought the strawberries to the forefront, and let me tell you, so good. And I mixed in Oreos, good old Oreo cookies. It was so good, you guys. I can't recommend it enough. The next one I did, we called Lime Caramba. All right, I used a half a block of cream cheese this time instead of the little bit they tell you with the vanilla base recipe. Then I added my cream and my lime juice, salt, some sugar, and I mixed in cherry preserves. Who doesn't love lime and cherry? They're so good together, and this one was mwah, chef's kiss, such a win. Okay, if you do mwah, do you say chef's kiss? That's pretty redundant, isn't it? Whatever. All right, you guys, have I been using the crap out of this or what? I have 2 more recipes to tell you about, and then we'll end this part of the day. The next one is called I Can't Goat for That. Okay. I used the vanilla base. I used a whole log of goat cheese. I put my salt in, I used a pinch of cinnamon, and then I used fresh cranberries. Again, I went ahead and spun this in my blender ahead of time. You don't have to do that. I just do it to make sure that I'm getting things easier for myself when I move to the creamy, okay? And then I mixed in pecans, just pecan halves, and wow, this would be a great ice cream in the fall or the winter even. It tastes kind of like Thanksgiving, I'm not gonna lie, and I love it, all right? The latest one that I just made, I called Holy Cacao, all right? And this one was a chocolate ice cream. I used the vanilla base, but then I added cocoa powder to it, all right? And then I used a little bit of salt, and all I did after that, this was so simple, is I mixed in a whole, like half a log of peanut butter cookie dough, all right? The consistency is amazing. The whole thing tastes like cookie dough. I'm not gonna lie. So this is a definite win and something that y'all should try if you like any of these recipes, because I think that they are all tried and tested and true, and I recommend them highly to you. Okay, so what do you think? Are you gonna go buy one? I really, really think that you should. Yes, the price is high, but the value is higher, okay? What you get for your money is beyond comparison. Don't cheap out and get a lesser machine, okay? You could go with the Ninja Creami as well. It also performs amazing. I've heard a lot of great things about it, but my first one is the Deluxe because I'm a little extra that way and I wanted the newest and latest. And I know that there are newer ones coming out, but I couldn't wait. And I'm so glad that I didn't. This thing is wonderful. I'm so excited to talk about this machine and hear what you have to say. Do you have one? I'd love to hear what you think about it, and please share with the rest of us. And if you guys want to hear about more recipes that I'll be doing in the future, again, leave me a comment below, right down there, and I will totally make more videos and update you on all of the things I'm creating with my new best friend, the Ninja Creami Deluxe. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.